Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
Good morning, Bix Weir, Roadrunner.com. What's your morning horn disease? Your sip of chaga coffee. So much going on right now. I did want to tell everybody, I posted the Jenny Moonstone discussion about the JP Morgan infrastructure as related to Epstein. Go check that out. Very important, because if you're a silver investor, we've been looking for this. We've been looking for the exposure of the thing we can't talk about on YouTube. So go check that out. It's on the private road. Yeah, you can read the title there for yourself. Great discussion, very interesting, as everything's coming to light now, just as Jenny had predicted 2 years ago. Those things have to go hand in hand. We have to open the kimono, shall we say. Probably not the right thing to say when it comes to this topic. But yes, this would be, by the way, have you noticed that since July 4th, we've had, not just July 4th, but look at, if you look at July 4th time frame right in here, we have had silver going up almost every single day. I think that will continue. This is the end game for silver rigging. The big commercials who usually short by now are not shorting yet. So we will see. There's a little bump at $25, as you can tell. It bumped up against it a couple of times. I don't think 25 is a big hurdle. Again, we are way past the moving averages. So the tech funds are in the buy mode. The question is, who's going to sell it to them? Are people going to get rid of their longs to sell it to them, or are they going to? Are the commercials going to institute new shorts to slow the price down and then slam it as they usually do? They load up on shorts as the price goes up under the control mechanism. But we are above the 50, 100, and 200-day moving average. And truthfully, unless these crazy commercials start massively shorting all of a sudden, I don't. Let's see, that's the other thing. Here's the other thing. Because of the volume on the COMEX, 99% of the trades on COMEX are not like Joe Schmo's trading back and forth. It's the riggers trading back and forth with each other to create volume, to create the appearance of a freely traded market. It's about right now probably about 200 to 300 million electronic fake trades of silver happen per day on the COMEX. They're not fake trades in that the COMEX never claimed to be trading silver. I mean, why we take price from the COMEX is beyond me, other than there's no other exchange on the planet. But they're trading futures and options. That's all they ever claimed to be trading. There's a small delivery component, which is disappearing. So these trades are traded by a handful of banks, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I used to say, oh, they're clicking their mouse. That was kind of an inside joke. And then Bloomberg came out when they were talking about the JP Morgan riggers who got busted. They were talking about how the main rigger, I forgot the guy's name, at JP Morgan, everybody in the office or the traders were saying, look, he's really clicking his mouse today. It's bullshit. They weren't clicking a mouse. This is programmed in trading. Vinny Viola of Virtu Financial perfected it and works with the cabal to do that. It's already programmed in. They've probably already programmed the price of silver for the next 6 months. The question is, will it break? Will this discussion or this operation break? Had a great discussion yesterday with Sean at SGT Report that's coming out, Chris Marcus and Jean-Claude and I, and listen to that. They brought up some great stuff. I was talking a lot about where we are on the silver, the end of silver manipulation. Sean is going to post that, I think, this weekend at SGT Report. Go check out SGT Report. He's been kicked off YouTube for... It's a badge of honor for him. It's been so long. He delves into the stuff he can't talk about on YouTube. But we make that correlation between exposing the pedo group and the silver release from the manipulation. So I had double barrel yesterday, talking to Jenny about it early on, and then with these guys. It'll come out, and if you're on the private road at Road to Rudy, you get all this stuff. If you just want the public stuff, you want to be kept informed, like this, for example, this discussion with SGT Report, I will send an email out. To get the emails from Road to Ruta, it's free. Just put your name and email address in right here. Subscribe for free. And then I'll send you updates when things happen. Usually when I post YouTube, I'll talk a little about it. And make sure you get on that. It's free. It's free. It's free. Anything free these days is good, right? So yeah, silver's still going up since the 4th of July. Really looking at pounding out $25 today, it looks like. We're very close at 24.95. You want to watch it happen? We can watch it happen. 25 is not a big number. 30 is a big number. Remember, that's when JP Morgan, Rustin Benham at the CFTC, the U.S. Mint got involved in market rigging back in 2021 when the Wall Street silver gang got started. They're trying to squeeze silver. It wasn't really a squeeze. It's very difficult to squeeze something when you have unlimited shorts that can go on it, and it's already unlimited. They're already there. So you're not going to be able to beat the cabal that way. But it was an interesting time because the U.S. government even had to mobilize the U.S. Mint to stop selling Silver Eagles. They told the Mint to stop selling Silver Eagles, as was told to me by Jack Sermon, the head of Silver Eagle sales. He didn't know what was going on. He didn't know a lot about what was going on. He's been in that position forever. He's been at the Mint for 35 years. He responded to my call to customer service, and I had an hour-long conversation with him. Go check that out at roadtoruta.com. It's so important. I list 5 in these videos. I list 5 ways that the U.S. government is breaking the law. Where is it? Is breaking the law when it comes to Silver Eagle sales. It's not just that they're not making coins to meet demand, which they can. And the excuse that Sunshine Mint can't make enough coins is ridiculous. Can't make enough blanks because David Ryder, right before Ventures Gibson came in, David Ryder was making $4 to $5 million a month. So the introduction of stopping silver after the short squeeze, the Wall Street silver thing, really cost a lot to the market and to individual investors. Because the U.S. Mint wouldn't make Silver Eagles to meet demand, the premiums went through the roof. And it's crazy to pay those premiums. I agree. It's also crazy not to own any U.S. Mint. If you're a U.S. citizen, U.S. Mint made silver money. I think that's a huge mistake if you don't have any. So the premiums have come down a bit, but not much because the U.S. Mint is still illegally hoarding the Silver Eagles. Check that out. It's important. I think the most important thing that Jack said in that discussion was not the fact that they've illegally stopped making the Silver Eagles to meet demand, but that he admitted, and this is something I learned, that David Ryder, the old Mint director, who was Mint director in the 90s too, implemented his own, what he called a vanity change to the Eagles. And it's so important because Jack told me, he sat there and told me, he goes, yeah, this was something that David Ryder pushed, and Jack was like saying, don't do it. You don't want to change a sovereign coin, the number one sovereign coin in the world, but he did it anyway. And he said some of the discussion was around anti-counterfeiting, and that David Ryder had worked for a company before that was dealing with that. And so I did a lot of research on that. Amazingly, that notch is going to come in handy, either for positioning of the eagle or for the actual DNA of that specific silver eagle. And what do I mean by DNA is a technology invented by Honeywell. I think this is it. Yeah. Authentication solutions, currency security. This is the company. David Ryder left the Mint, went to this company, and was in charge of this program, and then came back to the Mint to implement it. So they're going to use the new Silver Eagles, and they can use probably old Silver Eagles, and they have a scanning technology. If you scan really in tight to a Silver Eagle, everyone is different. And Honeywell invented a way to do that. On a molecular level, obviously, there's all kinds of irregularities within coins. It's really interesting stuff. Go check it out. check out my discussion. But yeah, they can absolutely identify each specific Silver Eagle with unique characteristics, and they have a scanning device to do that. So if you're worried about, oh my God, we don't know how many Silver Eagles are out there, and these, what happens when they make fake Silver Eagles? You can't tell the difference? Well, you can. You absolutely can. And it will be important in the future. The difference between a Silver Eagle made by the U.S. Mint is a legally binding definition of the U.S. dollar, and all that entails. So go check that out. All right, let's talk about the number one thing on the minds of all crypto investors today. Crypto investors are not the most savvy people. Let's just face it, a hell of a lot of them are really dumb. But there's also massively smart people. Yes, I do think cryptos are the future. The XRP ruling came out yesterday, and one of the XRP rulings, and all the crypto people, the dumb people, said, oh my God, XRP, the decision was made that XRP is not a security, and all cryptocurrencies are not a security. This is the greatest thing ever for cryptocurrencies. I'm like, oh, that's great. And then I read the ruling, and I'm like, what the fuck are you people talking about? It's just so insane. And what's more insane is what the judge ruled, that XRP is a security when it's bought by institutional investors directly from Ripple. It is not a security when it is bought from an exchange, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Does that mean that every stock share that trades is not a security all of a sudden? I mean, come on, work with me here, people of cryptos. This is insane. And oh, by the way, this is also a death knell to XRP. Because who was Ripple selling directly to? No, yeah, they were selling on exchanges and people didn't know it was coming right from Ripple. But they did massive deals and all these contracts signed by these banks that XRP has been touting. Oh my God, yeah, XRP is going to be the new SWIFT system because they've signed all these contracts with the banks and they sold directly to the banks. The judge just declared that those are securities and they were illegal in this ruling. So it's kind of like, what the hell are you cheering for? Yeah, you didn't, by buying XRP on an exchange, this judge is saying you didn't buy a security. It doesn't pass the Howey test as a security on an exchange traded fund. But everybody, the whole reason behind XRP, the reason people bought XRP, well, should have been the reason, was not because they said, they heard it from Charlie Ward that this is the new global financial system. If you believe that, then the judge just laid down the ruling that XRP is a security and illegal. I got a bug messing with me. So let's talk briefly about, did Ripple win or lose in court today? Yes. All right, I'll just read this article and you guys will get the drift behind this. And if you have any cryptocurrencies, it's important, but it's not really. It's a lower court ruling, whatever. Ripple effects. One of the crypto's biggest debates, what should and shouldn't count as a security in the eyes of the regulators, turned promising for retail-facing projects after a key legal ruling on Thursday. But like many things involving the sector, the decision wasn't completely clear-cut. A 3-year court battle between Ripple Labs and the developer of the Ripple blockchain and the Securities and Exchange Commission took a major turn, with a federal judge ruling that the network's XRP token was a security when Ripple sold it to institutional investors a number of years ago, but not to the general public. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, right? You're either a security or you're not. If Apple issues stock, it's a security if they sell it to institutional investors, but it's not a security once it hits the exchanges. No, it's always a security. So obviously this is going to be overturned unless the key is, will Congress jump in beforehand and say, oh yeah, this is good for cryptos. We're gonna make a law about cryptos. U.S. Judge Annalisa Torres' main reasoning was that institutional investors are more likely to be aware of XRP's security-like traits when being pitched by Ripple back then, but so-called programmatic investors, those who buy XRP directly on a crypto exchange, like retail traders, weren't as clued in. But Ripple and the SEC would have reason to view this outcome as a potential win, as it gives credence to the security or not debate on either side. But extrapolating the Ripple decision as a positive for the rest of the crypto market isn't so simple. For starters, the decision was based on how well retail investors understood cryptos years ago, during a period that ended in 2020. At the time, Bitcoin was worth a fraction of what it is now, and regulators were only beginning to form opinions about the space, something that has obviously changed. Could the SEC address the court's issue by making sure what counts as a security is clear to the general public going forward? Maybe. The tactic has been a hallmark of several of the watchdogs lawsuits against crypto companies such as Binance, Coinbase, and Gemini. Now, with this ruling, Binance, Coinbase, and Gemini get off scot-free because they're just the exchange. Well, maybe not. They're the exchange that are trading, allowing XRP to be traded. And if it's not a security when it's traded on these exchanges, which is what this judge has said, then you'd think they'd be off, no more problem. But here's the problem with the back end. How did Coinbase, Gemini, Binance, how did they get these tokens to trade? They did a deal with the issuing entity that had the tokens. So they did a deal with XRP to get a certain amount of XRP on the exchange. That would be, under this ruling, that's a security. So although the trading of XRP, for some reason the judge says is not a security, it's one way or the other. It's either a security or it's not. It can't change from a security to a non-security once it hits the markets. Just like a stock of Apple computer can't change from a security when it's issued and then when it's traded not be a security. You see what I'm saying? So this will get overturned if the legal system's still in place at that time. But what it does tell you, if you extrapolate all that, if it's a direct sale from the inventor or the entity, and there's just been talked a lot about, is it decentralized, whatever. This gets a lot of you guys off the hook that bought XRP, and myself, I had XRP for a while. It means that anything traded on the exchanges is not a security, according to the courts at this moment. So we are not trading securities. So what are we trading? Nobody knows. What are the laws surrounding it? What are your limitations? Will the government go after you after this? It sounds like, hey, any Joe Schmo buying a crypto, you're not buying a security. Congratulations. You get off scot-free, kind of. So what the hell are you buying? Is it a commodity? No. Well, they haven't ruled on that. So yeah, everything is completely up in the air. XRP, it's interesting that this happened from XRP, because XRP is a little of both. They literally have signed contracts and have done direct sales to these banking institutions that wanted to use XRP in the new global financial system. Those trades are illegal according to this ruling. It's just the little guy who jumps in and buys a whole bunch of XRP today to get it up, 64%. It peaked out. Yeah, I think it'll continue to go down. And don't forget, I was reading the other day, the U.S. government has 40,000 Bitcoin that they want to sell this year still. So this game is far from over. You should have cryptos in your own possession. I heard a great AMA, Ask Me Anything discussion from the Theta guys, and they're just going gangbusters. And this will probably clear the way for Coinbase to add Theta to its coffers, because the ruling says, hey, it doesn't break any securities laws to trade these securities. The question is, how will Coinbase take on the Theta tokens? Would that be a securities transaction? So I don't know when this hell will all even out. But any crypto people that you hear saying, oh, it's over, crypto's not a security, that is not what this ruling says. The devil's in the details, as always. Yes, I do know in my gut that, and in my analysis, that cryptocurrencies will be what will be used in the future. Which ones will survive, I don't know. It sounds like this, because of the spin they put on it. You look at XRP, so it's up 64% right now on volume of $14 billion. I would guess about half of that is Ripple selling into this jump. Ripple still has 48 million XRP or 48 billion XRP that they can sell. It's so insane. It's so insane what's happening right now. And crypto people are not the ones to figure this out. So all for naught. You'll see crypto XRP go down. It's just the hype right now. Maybe, I don't know. They could, market rigging is market rigging. You can rig XRP up. The whole people who think XRP is part of the new quantum financial system are delusional beyond belief. But hey, I got no qualm with you. Is it a victory? Well, the judge just said that no new coins can come into the market unless it's done on an exchange. Now, how does the exchange get these coins if they can't do a deal with the entity issuing the coins? So how can it? Are we just stuck with whatever the exchanges are trading right now for the rest of humanity? That's the insanity of all this. They want to add chaos, and that has been a absolute number one job of Gary Gensler, is to add chaos to cryptos. Make it so that you don't know what the hell it is. You're scared of it. They want you scared. And again, Gary Gensler has 40,000 Bitcoin to dump on the market at any time he chooses. Will they allow a run up again and then crash it again? I don't know. Again, I see cryptos as the future. I see silver, the end of 180 years of silver price suppression, as what you should be concentrating on today. And then when silver breaks out through $50, nobody knows where it'll go. I'll probably go to 600, backtrack a little, and then be freely traded at some point. I'm waiting for a one-to-one relationship with gold. But I'll probably at 7-to-1, which is what it's coming out of the ground at, I'll probably sell a bunch of my silver for a hell of a lot of cryptos. Number one being Theta and Theta Labs. They are doing, again, watch that discussion. They are doing so much. And at times it feels like they're doing too much. But I don't think it is too much, because every part of the Theta infrastructure needs to be in place. So yeah, you need the subchain so Amazon can create their own blockchain. They've done that. You need all the content delivery network stuff to be up and running. As I said yesterday, Netflix wants to stream live events. That would be massive. And our current infrastructure can't handle that. And then everybody will want to stream everything at all times, and our current infrastructure can't handle it without something helping it. You either build these massive, massive farms right near big cities, or you can use something like Theta where they share content, sharing in the content delivery, and it's all automated, literally. It's a software program that you run and you can earn Theta fuel, blah, blah, blah. They haven't ruled on that, the legality. So there's a long way to go. But again, you want, for the short term, I'd say silver in your pocket all the way. You have to have as much as possible. Cryptos have a lot in your pocket. I think the crypto exchanges will all shut down at some point, along with all exchanges, including gold and silver. We don't know the gold and silver ratio. We won't know the value of either until after the chaos ends. And that chaos is coming with shit like this. the Ripple non-ruling. I mean, all the XRP people should be hating it. If you're investing in XRP just as an investment, you're fine. So 99% of the people are fine. If you're investing in XRP because of what it can do in the future with the banking system, you're fucked. Because they ruled that, hey, all those trades were against SEC rules, and it was a security if sold to, for example, a bank. If a bank signed documents, this is what all the XRP people were bragging about. Oh, we've signed all these documents. In that realm, the ruling said that, yes, XRP is a security, and XRP lost. Yeah, clear as mud, right? Anyway, I got a lot of this great write-up by Preston Byrne, not Patrick Byrne. Ripple Labs ruling throws U.S. crypto tokens regulation into disarray. Following Thursday's bombshell split event by Judge Elisa Torres at the Southern District of New York, which is the most criminal place ever, The answer appears to be that XRP is both an unlawfully sold investment contract when sold to VCs or institutional buyers or banks, but a perfectly lawful something else when sold anonymously via cryptocurrency exchanges or distributed to employees or by insiders. The only thing this ruling guarantees for cryptocurrency issuers then is continued uncertainty in the crypto markets, uncertainty which Congress and only Congress can step in to correct. So it goes through. Really, go to Preston Byrne, PrestonByrne.com. A good analysis of what the hell that is talking about. But the cryptos are all up because of it, and it's always a good day. Don't forget, Gary Gensler has 40,000 Bitcoin to sell before the end of the year. Who knows what the hell is going to go on? Probably sell them during the chaos coming in September, is my guess, as the financial markets are ripped from the heart of the old system and we transition into something new. That's what I got for you today. So much going on the road to Ruta. Make sure you join the private road, get Jenny's latest discussion. You will not be disappointed. Again, it's about the things we can't talk about, especially with JP Morgan, senior management, and board of directors. Really interesting stuff. Go check that out. This is Bix. I'll talk to you later.